What's going on, guys? Andy here, and it's Sunday and I'm just in the potting shed at the moment because I finally found a hanging basket that I think is gonna work with my Golden Pothos. So I was just at a garden centre today and I found this. I think it looks quite cool. I'm not 100% on it, but it's the right size and it's the best thing I've found so far. So I'm going to live with it and see how we get on anyway. But it is the right size. The only thing is, it's an indoor one, so it's just a basket inside. So I thought about a liner, but I'm not really confident. I don't really like liners. So what I've been able to do, I had an old hanging basket made of plastic here, and it just fit the right shape, and I've cut it down a little bit. So let me show you there. It just fits in there. It stops about maybe an inch from the bottom, but I've just sat it in there so you can see. But it's the right shape and it fits in there, and when it's actually hung up you won't see it at all. So I'm pretty pleased with that actually. So all I'm going to do now, because this is a hanging basket, it is got some holes in it as well, although they're sort of raised up because these hanging baskets are designed to actually hold on to the water. So just to seal off those things, just to make sure we don't get any leaks, because it's going to be in my office inside, I've just got my glue gun out and I'm just going to put a bit of glue gun glue over the holes just to make sure that it doesn't leak. So I'm going to do that now. Alrighty, this is a bit of a sort of quick and dirty version really, because I'm just doing this on my phone because I was doing it in the shed and I thought, you know what, it might be of interest to someone. So I'm sorry the lighting isn't ideal and the camera isn't really set up, but I thought you might be interested to see what's going on. This is all a bit of a make it up as you go along, right? I'm just going to build up the glue a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't melt the plastic. I don't think it's that hot. So I just built it up around each bit and then globbed a bit on top. I'm going to wait for that to cool down a bit before I do the last bit. A bit of a glob on top. Hope you can see that. Trying to film and do it at the same time. There we go. It looks rough, but it doesn't matter because no one's going to see it. All we need is a big old glob of glue to set in the holes so it doesn't fall out. Yeah, I've just globbed a load more on each of the holes on the other side just to make doubly sure. I think they're pretty well sealed now. Let's fit it in the basket and time to get the plants in. So I've just got some normal potting compost in there, and I've also got some perlite that I'm going to add in. It keeps the soil open to allow oxygen around the roots, and it's just generally good for the plant to keep the soil mix open, stop it getting too compacted basically. So I'm just going to add some of that now. Quite sure of the best order to do this, whether it would be to plant the pothos into the pot first so it doesn't get too messy and then put it in here, or actually sit the pot in first and then I can organize the actual Golden Pothos around these strings, because I don't want to get it in there and then realize it doesn't sit in here very well. So I think I'm going to just sit the pot in first just to make sure that I can place the plants right in the pot. Okay, so I've just sat it in there and I'm just organizing the leaves to make sure that there's enough of it coming down and it's not interfering too much with the strings. That's more or less right. I think I've just got this one here that needs to come this side, and it kind of will just naturally flow over and find its own way and fill out anyway. But I want to try and make it look as good as I can whilst whilst it's growing out anyway, but that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. I've literally just sat it in there for now while I'm placing it, and then I can fill in the compost around it. But that looks good. There's more than enough room for the other one in there, and plenty of room for them to grow into the pot as well. I'm pleased with that. I wasn't sure about the size, but I think that's going to work well. So there it is, hung up in place. As I suspected, there's more of it on top than there is coming down at the moment. I mean, that's inevitable when the vines aren't long enough at the moment. So it does look better sat on the desk, but you know, you've got to give it time. As you can see, I've shortened the ropes that are supporting the basket there because I didn't want it to come over this painting that I've got here. So I just shortened it by about 1 inch just so it doesn't come over. I don't mind the actual vines coming down over it a little bit, but I didn't want the mass of the basket to actually overlap it. I thought that wouldn't look right. So there we are for now. It's looking a little bit top heavy at the moment, but I like the way it looks, and certainly as soon as the plant comes down and starts vining properly, then I think that's going to soften it and look really good. But for now, I think it's fine, and I'll just live with it for a little while and see what I think later on. But I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully you've liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you have, and let me know in the comments what you think. Have I got this right, or is this one stretched too far? Do you think it's too up high near the ceiling? But you know, I've done that deliberately because I want all of the height coming down. I want all of the vines. I don't want it hanging down too low and then, you know, and then the vines coming down. I want all of this available. So that was the thinking. Have I got it right? Please let me know in the comments what you think. I guess time will tell. I guess whether it likes that situation. It's quite close to a window here. It's getting a lot. It's a light room anyway. It gets a lot of indirect sunlight here. So I think the light requirement is going to be spot on. It all depends on how it grows out and how it looks in situ, really. But that's all part of the fun. I guess we've got to figure it out as we go along. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll catch you very soon on another video. Bye for now.